we're all messes. I think to act like you're not a mess is false. We're humans. We've never been here before.
You should kiss who you want to kiss. You should dance where you want to dance, eat what you want to eat, lick a booty hole, and put Virgo's groove on.
Yeah. And we all have examples of what monogamy looks like. We've been watching it since we were little. Like all of our Mickey and Minnie are together, right? Donald and Daisy. Like we know what that looks like. But polyamory, we don't have a lot of, representation of that. Married for love or money. Okay, controversial. Because I have thoughts.
My name is Curly.
And I'm Maya. The Super Secret Bestie Club podcast season 4 is here.
And we're locked in.
That means more juicy chisme,
Terrible love advice.
evil spells to cast on your ex.
No, we're not doing that this season.
Oh, well, this season we're leveling up.
Each episode will feature a special bestie, and you're not going to want to miss it. So what are you waiting for? Get in here!
Oh my gosh, the treehouse has been vandalized.
Is that period blood on the walls?
No, it's just jelly. I made y'all some pastries.
Oh my
You're
gosh.
Brandon Kyle Goodman. Get in here! Wow, that was the easiest.
Oh my gosh, we did that.
That
Also,
was
it's
the
Curly's
easiest one.
birthday today.
Oh, it's my birthday
God,
today.
happy birthday.
Can we run away together?
Virgo?
Finally, yes.
Virgo.
That's what I was
Right,
saying.
yes, we're getting married. Virgo and Taurus.
Yes, don't play with me.
Lovely.
Wait,
Can't
Vorus.
handle this. I don't know that I can do this interview anymore.
Virgo?
I don't know if I'm blushing on my face because I just
You're
wasn't.
getting
blush.
pretty
That's my
red.
goal.
But I can't make eye contact with you.
Oh, I've never
can't
seen Curly this
wait.
flustered. Oh,
I can't. Welcome.
look at his face. He's
can't wait.
actually blushing.
I'm here for it.
Okay, I'm just gonna face you this whole
Okay,
interview
got
like
it, got
this.
it. Welcome
to the show.
Another episode of the Super Secret Bestie Club, and welcome to our treehouse, our clubhouse. Thank you for the pastries. Where are they? Did you?
Oh, I ate them, girl.
Oh, so you just need to use our kitchen.
Yeah, period.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine.
That
yeah.
works,
We
that
actually
works.
rented out like on Pier Space,
Thank
so that
you.
makes sense.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
really lovely. You got to make your coin
Yeah.
somehow.
Yes,
You know, extra
yeah.
coin, a side hustle.
Right,
Period.
right. Oh my gosh, thanks for being here. Curly is so
also my
flustered
birthday.
Right now. It's his birthday. He's feeling, like Curly and birthdays are every single year. I have to be like, hey, no pressure.
No pressure.
What do you want to do?
Yeah.
Because he's like,
Yeah, I get
everyone
very-
leave me alone. Like,
Yeah, I get very. You know what it is like, it's very spiritual, but I feel like all year long I like love on my people, and then
Yeah.
it's the one day where people are like, "We're gonna love on you," and it makes me so like I'm so overwhelmed with the love that
Sure.
it makes me like really emotional, and all I want to do is like cry because I just
hide.
and hide because I just am so overwhelmed by all the love.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. It's almost just like if you were to imagine being sent into the Godhead and you're just surrounded by all this light and love, you would just explode. You would just explode into a bunch of little bubbles.
Yeah.
And so-
is it the love or is it the pressure to do things?
It's the love.
Oh, okay.
It's the love. Like the
Yeah.
pressure to do. I'm not going to do anything I don't want to do. Like
Yeah.
that. I'm just like, I'm going to go take a nap. It's like the love of people sending me these beautiful messages or just being so kind to me.
Being
And I think it's kind of just like, oh, and I immediately am like, let's talk about you. Like, how are you doing?
And
So
on my
Yeah.
birthday, I'm like, to all those who didn't wish me a happy birthday, off with your head.
how are you on your birthday?
It's very much all about me, but like I handle it. Like I don't need anything from other people. It's a rest and reflection day.
Okay.
I used to like do the whole party stuff, and now I'm like, I'll do a dinner maybe, but even that I love to cancel. I like to just be in my home, order what I want. Like it's just let me do what I want to do.
And so it's usually just you order in and you
Yeah, absolutely,
just
Taurus.
Very
Yeah,
Taurus,
totally.
yeah.
Order in,
Which,
watch
that's what I
want.
do love about y'all, that y'all Taurus. My mom's a Taurus, my sister's a Taurus,
Oh
one
my
of my
goodness.
besties is a Taurus.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah, surrounded by y'all. I do love that aspect.
Cozy.
And it's also kind of like with Tauruses, I like being able to go, but do you want to go get Thai and ice cream somewhere together? And you'll be like, yeah, let's go do that. Like,
yeah.
not as like wild, but there's
Low
always
key.
just a little low
There's a
key.
chill.
But it does feel like I just get really overwhelmed is what it is. So I
That's
just would rather.
fair.
I'm also a double Scorpio, so that probably is just another reason
I get along with
too.
Scorpios. What are
Yeah.
you gonna do for your birthday today?
Nothing.
Lovely.
That's what I was like. I was like, what do you want to do? Do you want someone to plan something for you?
Which is
Do
so
you want a
kind and
dinner?
nice.
Like,
yeah.
and I'm like, do you just want to like go ghost and not be bothered this weekend at all? And he's like, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
So
want
I'm
to
like,
be. I also am
good.
working tomorrow still too. I'm shooting like a short scene in a film. So
Okay.
I'm like, I just need to memorize my lines. And then after tomorrow, I just kind of want to like eat sushi and like masturbate 6 times, I think.
Ugh,
You know what I mean?
why not?
I'm just going to do it
Isn't
like,
that what you do every day?
yeah,
Period.
true. 7 times in honor of.
Yeah.
7 times, lucky
Seventh
number.
time. There you go.
777.
But you're, oh wait, do you want to do the bio?
Okay,
Like
do
the
you wanna
intro?
There's a bio?
Yeah, there's an
Oh my
intro.
goodness.
Okay.
Where'd you get this bio from?
knows?
Robotics.
Okay, let's see. Work. I can't wait.
Spirits.
You can totally disagree with us and be like, fuck that.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Brandon Kyle Goodman, and then they put in parentheses, they, them,
Yeah.
is an actor, writer, and activist best known as the writer and the voice of Walter on Netflix's Big Mouth and Human Resources.
Yeah.
Is this accurate?
That's accurate. Yeah.
Wonderful. They're also author of the You Gotta Be You.
Yeah.
Is that how you said it in your head? How do you say it?
You gotta be you.
You gotta be
you, love. yeah.
Is that how you say
That's
it?
exactly
It's
it.
like, you gotta be you.
Yeah. Well,
You
it's from the
gotta be
Desiree
you.
song. You gotta be bad.
Oh,
you
yeah.
Gotta be
Yeah,
wild.
exactly.
You gotta
Desiree.
be.
Desiree?
Desiree, yeah. I think so.
Host of the Tell Me Something Messy
Yeah,
podcast,
yeah.
which I have yet to be invited on,
Oh.
and the and creator of the viral IG series Messy Mondays.
Yes.
With humor, heart, and honesty, Brandon champions authentic representation and conversations about race, gender, and identity.
How do you feel
I would
about
say
that?
relationship, sex, and identity.
Okay, well,
But of
blame the
course we'll get
robots.
into
You would say what again?
relationship, sex, and identity. But we'll
Relationship,
get into
sex, and identity.
But identity
Okay.
would include race, gender, sexual orientation.
Yeah, I mean we can kind of start there. I think Messy Mondays is kind of like, I loved when I feel like I remember when you were starting to do it on your Insta stories.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing that a lot of people would ask you a lot of questions and say things, and you very openly, you were just talking to them like openly as if you were just kind of like the cousin that comes over and is like, let me tell you about some things. Yeah. Like,
yeah.
and how did that even start? Did you just wake up one day and you're like, let me just, and I'm not, by the way, for those of you listening, I'm not talking about like, should I do birth control or not? These were like, how do I gag on this fat ass D in my mouth? Like,
Yeah, that's
this
true.
Wow.
and you would be like, well, first of all, let me just turn this way. Here's a banana. I think you brought out a banana at one point, I feel like.
I
Or
definitely.
maybe when I asked you, you were telling me about this banana. I don't know.
Maybe. I know I showed how to eat ass using a wine glass because you can see through it. But the dick, I might have used. I probably used like a pen or something, like a Sharpie. It's probably what I used.
Okay, because I feel you used something.
Yeah, I like a visual.
Can we start there? A
Yeah.
wine glass?
Do you want me to show you how to suck dick? Wait, sorry. Where are we starting?
Start with the wine glass.
The wine glass. Oh yeah, so the wine glass was about how to eat ass, which
Yeah.
TTSS, tease,
Yes.
taste, speed, suction.
Yes.
So
Say that one more time. My butthole distracted me. It was like, what?
TTSS, tease, taste, speed, suction. Suction is
Okay.
if you're advanced.
Okay.
You got to tease the hole, right? So you play with the hole, knock on it. It's like a door. Want to open it.
Okay.
And then you got to taste
Not
it.
safe for work. Not safe
Okay.
for work.
And not not to for which is a flat tongue, like you're licking ice cream.
Okay.
And then speed, so you can play with the tempo, which I always say like have a little song on. But so you're not doing the same.
Okay.
Because who wants the same
Like
stroke?
Virgo's
Yes.
groove.
Yeah. Oh my god,
Yes.
love a Virgo's groove to eat
Right.
ass too.
Yes.
And then section, it's a little advanced if you want to like on the hole. It's a little
Wait, okay,
and that's gonna be
uh-huh.
person dependent, and that's like your advanced.
Okay, because as somebody who like
his
I
face.
don't, I literally feel like my butthole went. What?
Oh, wait, what are we talking about?
Yeah, like what happened? Like,
Yes.
I had to look down at myself. I was like, what's going on down there?
Just
Okay,
a little
we're
wet.
still good.
Creaming.
Because like butt play for me, for example, like I don't feel anything. Like I'm kind of not present in butt play.
You don't feel anything. Tell
Yeah,
me
I'm just
more.
kind of just there. Like sometimes I feel like it's more for the person that is doing it.
And is this for everything? This is eating ass, something in your butt.
Eating ass is different.
Okay.
And something in my butt, I feel like I'm more like,
There's something in my butt.
yeah, I don't like objects, and I've always been very big on like, I don't want
You don't want
objects.
toys.
I don't like toys in there.
But like a dick,
A dick is fine.
Okay.
Maybe a finger's okay. A
Okay.
tongue's fine.
but toys no.
I mean, have you had toys in? I'm sure.
Yeah.
Have you? I don't know if mine wants it, but like,
I have a hemorrhoid.
Yeah. So it was like
Anyway,
half the population.
toys make me feel like plugged up. Like there's something in my butt.
What kind of toys? have you tried?
I've tried like beads. I've tried like vibrators. I've tried plugs. I feel like congested.
Yeah.
Is
Well,
what
it's just
it-
like a straight up dildo.
Yeah, I feel congested.
Congested,
I
got
just
it.
feel like I'm like there's something inside.
Are you just like
of me that
leaving
I'm
it in there, or
not-
are you like playing?
There's movement. By the way, this is what messy Mondays are like. You go into the Insta
Some of
stories
it.
and
I mean, I love it. Like the title of this episode is "The Importance."
oh
of,
yeah.
You know, and that is important. This is
Sure.
important. But for you, like, you know, how did you get started with Messy Mondays and like starting with like I guess because it's like makes people feel more comfortable too. Like,
Yeah.
that you're just talking about it.
Well, in 2020, I was talking about race and allyship and intersectionality, but I was also writing on Big Mouth, and I really missed telling dick jokes. And around August of 2020, there was allyship fatigue, and that was very annoying. So around, I think, November or December, I just like got on my Instagram stories and said, tell me something good or tell me something messy, with kind of no intention, no whatever. But everyone was horny because they were at home. So all the questions were about sex. And I'm work on a show like that is about sex and puberty and all that stuff.
Yes.
So it was really easy to just like answer the questions without like, oh my God. Like it was kind of like, oh yeah, cool. Yeah, I've had that experience, or I'm curious about that, or I don't know about that, but I'll find the answer. And so I just started like responding to the questions without any kind of judgment or shame.
yeah.
And that gained me the name Messy Mom.
But in the same way, by the way, like not
yeah,
there was no like you just weren't afraid of the detail and all that
No.
stuff, which I think is. And I remember they called you Messy Mom.
yeah, that was like the nickname that I got after a while.
Wow.
Messy Mom.
Have you ever like off the top of your head had questions that were just like too much for you that you're like,
Oh
this
sure,
is too...
yeah. I see the questions ahead of time, and so I pick which ones I answer, because some of them are like, this is not an appropriate question for me to answer, or it's just like I do believe there's a difference between messy and sloppy.
What is it?
Well, sloppy is like if you want to like brag about like an affair or something like that. And so when we start to like enter into a territory where like our morals are a little shaky, that's where I'm like, that's not my bag. But messy is, to me, messy is human. So like anything that has to touch your human experience, whether that is sex, relationships, identity, like that is being a human. So that's messy. And so I welcome all of those questions or debates or ideas.
That's
or
very
thoughts.
interesting because I feel like that's actually going to come up later where we want to ask you if it's like messy or iconic.
We have a messy
Yeah.
or
and
iconic.
yeah,
Ooh, lovely.
and that's one of the things too where I feel like you do hear about people having affairs and you're like, it's for me it's interesting because I feel like the alien from Lilo and Stitch that is here to research mosquitoes, but
Yeah.
my mosquitoes are the human.
Yeah.
And I feel like I hear so many stories where I'm like, we had an affair, now we're married and we've been together for 35 years and now we have kids. And I'm like, what would have happened if y'all never had that affair? So I'm
Sure.
not really like, so to me, I'm kind of just like, oh, what is the line? But for me, it's like messy and sloppy. Like, I feel like, I don't know that I would know the.
Well, the affair, by the way, I want to say the affair isn't sloppy because affairs happen. So that's human. But it's if you are writing to me to brag about the affair, that's when
That's
I say it gets
Like
sloppy.
what? Like, oh, I slept with my boss's
Yeah, I slept
wife
with
and
this
then-
person, but like my friends, but it's like, okay, well, you're just telling me something that you did that you probably shouldn't have done.
Whereas
if you're asking me a question, it's like, I had an affair. I'm not sure if I should tell my partner, or like I'm feeling X,
Oh,
Y, and
got you,
Z.
got you, got you.
That's
Yeah,
different. Like, 'cause
yeah.
I did an episode on the podcast about cheating. I'm happy to. People cheat, so like that's part of the human experience. But like if we are cheating and then being toxic about it, then that's not my
Yeah, you
that's
take
not my
the
bag.
Yeah,
fun away
yeah.
from
Yeah.
being messy. I also
Yeah.
just had to say bubble bath.
Bubble bath. Yes, come on, Maya.
Sorry, another
so
iconic
funny.
Maya.
Another
I had
Maya,
to.
yes.
Sorry. It was in my brain. My brain was like, say it,
Yes,
say it.
do it.
Intrusive thoughts, intrusive thoughts.
Okay. Should we go into messy or iconic? Or
I
no,
kinda-
you had your
Oh, wait.
This says Curly shares about being a drunk / cokehead mess.
Oh,
Yeah, because
okay.
we were talking about like so basically why we wanted to talk about it too is like I think that being messy. One of the things that I tell younger people is I'm always like, be messy.
Yeah.
Shoot your shot, be messy. You're supposed to do that in your 20s. You're supposed. So I went sober when I was 27, 28 because I was like, it's no longer cute to be messy. There's something about me seeing like a 21-year-old who is like too drunk. Let's say it's my little cousin. They're
Yeah.
too drunk. They're messy. Their fucking hair is crazy. There's gum in their hair. Their boobs out or whatever it is. And I'm like, babe, and they wake up the next morning. They're like, I'm so embarrassed. And I'm like, babes, you gotta live. Like
Yeah.
you're fine. You're chilling. to me, it's different when you're now in your 30s and your mid 30s and you're got gum in your hair again, your titties out, your coochie, your kahunhuns hanging out. Because now I'm like, girl, it's kind of not as
Pull it together.
yeah, it's kind of like time for that. So like one of the things that I always say is like, I feel like I've had truly my success because I was messy, because I was just like, yeah, fuck it. Like I remember the way that I got kind of discovered was at BuzzFeed, right? I used to serve their lunches and stock their sodas, and I say it's a kitchen, but it was like a canteen almost.
Sure.
And I remember that people would push past me to get their food. And so I started this lunch show where I would get on my skateboard and I would skate around and I would announce the lunch because people started to hold each other accountable. Like, because I would be like, ladies and gentlemen, wait for me to come grab you. I promise that we'll get food. And like, instead of people pushing past me to get the food, they would be like, he said, wait. And so it made this thing. But I remember I would be hungover. The guy that would deliver our Costco order would be like, "What's up, Curly?" And he'd be like, "You smell like vodka."
Oof.
But I just delivered some peanut butter inside. There's 2 big jars in there. So go in there, get a big spoonful, eat that, and it'll take
Yeah.
the
Odor. Yeah.
The smell.
The
the
smell.
odor, the smell, the stench away.
That's a very
so
loving delivery person.
He was
Very compassionate.
oh my God.
How did he know about the peanut butter?
Exactly. Well,
Interesting
you
things.
kind of like, I think when you work in different areas, like if you work in service or whatever, or however you kind of become homies with the other people who are behind the scenes. But I'm proud of that era of myself. I think that it kind of allows me to go like, no, I've been both the sinner and the saint. I've been, the best of both worlds. And so I wanted to ask you, like, do you feel like being messy has helped you get to, and do you consider yourself messy? And do you feel like that is something that has helped you propel you into the future?
Are you a mess?
Yeah, I mean, we're all messes. I think to act like you're not a mess is false. We're humans. We've never been here before. Or you can believe in reincarnation, but this version of yourself has never been here before. So the idea that you should be perfect at it or that you would be perfect at it is false and holds you to a standard that will just destroy you ultimately. So yeah, I'm messy. We're all messy. Like, I don't think you ever grow out of that phase.
So you agree Tauruses are wrong?
Tauruses are correct.
Not there yet. Not there yet.
Get your friend.
It's his birthday. It's his birthday.
You're right. Happy birthday. Wow. Not too much.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, I don't think I think that you evolve, but I hope that you never grow out of your mess, because that is how you stay attached to reality. You have to go through things to have a testimony about. You have to go through things to be able to learn. And I think we're in a culture that only has been exacerbated by social media, where everything has to be perfect. Everything has to look like a brand. Everyone's, scared to look like they don't know what they're doing. But I think the reason my Messy Mondays has, had such success is because it says, no, you're allowed to not have it figured out. And also nobody else has it figured out. And you're not alone. And it's like, let's talk it out. Let's say the scary things. Let's say the hard things. I bet you there are a lot of people who also have that. So like, we don't have to pretend like we know.
Yeah.
That to me is the importance of being messy.
I think that also is really good when I talk to like my younger cousins and younger people, or even just my family in general. Like, I think that in communities of color, there's a lot of shame around things that sometimes we're not given the opportunity to grow into. Like, even like my mom, who's like an immigrant, I think she has like 7th grade, 6th grade education. Like years ago, I was like, what do you think about feminism? And she was like, kind of like, I don't know what that is. So even just like being able to do that, I think that like being able to kind of live this life where I'm never impressed by what people think is bad. Yeah. Like I'm like I'll know somebody and be like, oh my God. Like we talk about this all the time. She tells me shit and I'm like,
oh my God.
You think that's bad? Like
it was something where I'm like, yeah, we were talking till 3 a.m. He's like, were you guys like sexting? I'm like, no, we were just talking about like random stuff. And he was like, oh, okay, whatever. He's like, that's kind of like hearing like a junior high.
Literally, I was
being
like,
and then he kissed me on the cheek.
Yeah, like she showed me her ankle. Like I'm
and
like,
that's messy to me.
And I'm like, talk to Bobby over here who got gangbanged by 14 different guys. And was like, but literally, I was like, if that's your thing, that sounds great. Like, how am I going to judge 14 guys? Like, it sounds sore. Like,
if you like it,
Yeah.
I love it.
Get into
As long
it.
as you're not hurting yourself or anybody else. It's like
Yes.
Literally. So
whatever, go
Yeah.
off.
I think being messy has been able to, when you're messy, you kind of, there's nothing to hide or be afraid of.
You can like live your life sooner. I think that it's the trying not to be messy or denying that there's mess that forces you into boxes. And the whole point I always ask is like, who would I be if society never got its hands on me? It's a really big question. And if you start to answer it, you're going to make a mess. It's gonna spill over, and that's I think what we want. Perfection is again a fallacy, and it will ultimately destroy you and rob you of actually experiencing. If we're here for we're not here for a long time, but for a short time, you want to experience it.
You
and
should.
That's gonna be messy and beautiful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You should kiss who you want to kiss. You should
Yeah.
dance where you want to dance, eat what you want to eat, lick a booty hole, and put
Or two.
Virgo's groove on.
Yeah.
And find the speeds, the motion, and the suction.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Tease, taste, speed, suction. And experience things. You say, I don't want to do this or I don't like this. And you're like, is that mine? Or is that something that I was taught by society, by my family, by community?
Yeah.
You got one life. Try it. If you don't like the first time, try it a second time with somebody else because it might be the person. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
explore,
real.
stay curious. I thought I hated ass eating. And then I met a partner years later who ate my ass and I was like, oh my God, this is perfection. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's like me when I talk about how like I thought that I wasn't a sexual person like for a very long time. I just was like, I don't know that it felt like I had to pay the rent. So when I went sober, when I was drinking, I would just engage sexually with people while drunk.
Yeah.
And then when I went sober, I had to relearn how to do it again because I was just like, I don't remember how to do this while being fully present with somebody. And so I would only do it with partners. And with my partners, I had to go according to their style. And it took just kind of opening up and having more partners and meeting somebody who literally walked me through it and was like, hey, I'm here with you.
Yeah.
I really like this. I like you. Now put your leg over this way and, get into this position. And I'm like, okay, yeah. And then you kind of learn and then you apply to the next one. You keep applying it. And then you go like, oh, that's actually like a lot of fun.
We all need a sex shepherd. You know what I'm saying?
A sex shepherd.
Like we need somebody to just like guide us because it's like that's what part of why I also know about sex is like you don't actually know, like if you think about your sex education, it was probably trash, it was probably penis centered, it was probably just about contraception. So like when did you actually learn about sex? Like who actually sat you down and taught you how to play with your clit, how to play with your penis, how to rub your nipples, what are your turn-ons? Like probably nobody because there's so much shame around it. And so having a sex shepherd, somebody to like guide you through, a sex doula to be like, oh, this is what it looks like, what it feels like.
Funny.
It's vulnerable, but like makes a world of difference.
Well, now I like it.
Yeah.
I didn't like it before. I used to be
communication. I love communication.
I used to be just like gone. And it literally felt like I was just having to pay rent. It literally felt like it was just something that I'm like, well, I guess this is what you're supposed to do.
Because you don't know what questions to ask, which is totally fair. It's like, what are you supposed to ask? How are you supposed to communicate? Like, no one teaches you that, like, you're going to need to talk to the person. When we watch porn, we're like, oh, it goes like this.
Yes.
And then people try to repeat that. And it's like, babe, they're acting.
They're acting.
I don't like that. Or that doesn't feel good. Or you don't have to like that either.
And the other thing that I learned too is that you can engage with somebody who's beautiful, attractive, somebody that you really like. And there's no chemistry there.
Totally.
And you kind of are like, oh, that was okay. There's just nothing wrong with that. Like maybe we're just homies and maybe you're just my beautiful homie and that's it. But that also was a learning thing for me too, because I also felt like, what's wrong with me? Why can't I hook up? What's wrong with them? Oh shit, like something's broken. But it literally is just like, I think I'm gonna like turn over and we can like cuddle and that's it. Like there's no like.
Don't confuse your compatibility with your worth. Right? Like you might not be compatible with somebody doesn't mean that you're not worthy. So like just because we don't work out, I'm not gonna now like go fix myself or tell you to go fix yourself.
100.
We just might not be compatible.
Yeah, because I always say, how many times do you see somebody who's like super attractive? They're just like everything that people think is gorgeous, and you're like, they're okay.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take away.
They laugh at any of my jokes. I don't like that.
Yeah, they're like exactly.
They have no sense of humor.
Yeah. They judge you for your Hemi. Like, what's the?
Which Justice for hemorrhoids.
Yo, everybody has hemorrhoids. Like,
Everybody
not
has
everybody.
not
them.
everybody, but like a lot of people have hemorrhoids.
Okay.
It's like
And
so common.
We deserve to speak out about
Y'all gotta
our
get your
hemorrhoids.
tux. You gotta get your bidet. Stop wiping.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah,
up
yeah,
that
yeah,
fiber.
And I love her.
Yeah. What's her name?
I don't know. Will
You should name her. I don't. What can I name her?
Yes.
Ooh. Is she on the outside or on the inside?
Oh my god!
What? I was like, okay. Is she like a little tag? She.
Do you want this on there?
Okay.
I'm not saying.
Okay.
They can't hear me.
Yeah.
Allegedly, it's all alleged.
Do you feel like a she, a he, a they?
She.
She. What about Elizabeth? I mean, that just seems like royal.
Liz.
Liz, for
I
sure.
like this.
Elizabeth.
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 Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow. I feel like you just like baptized
Oh my God, yes.
my hemorrhoid.
Elizabeth's a queen.
Listen, we're talking to they were on Big Mouth. Like,
Yeah,
this is
absolutely.
the conversation.
This is the conversation.
This is it.
I love it. I'm here for
I
it.
don't care.
Yeah, I'm watching like magic here. Magic happen.
Okay, so we came up with this little thing called messy or iconic.
Lovely.
And we're going to give you like a word or a phrase or whatever, a scenario, and tell us what you think.
Okay, great.
Okay, so polyamory.
Yeah. Do you want to? Yeah, we would do polyamory.
Messy or iconic? Polyamory.
Wait, now I have a question. So, like, because messy to me is iconic. So, iconic. What like iconic is?
Let's change it to
So
maybe
ma-
messy or sloppy.
Yeah. Let's
Okay,
do
messy or
that.
sloppy.
Yeah,
Okay, beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do
Polyamory
that.
is messy.
Is it messy? Okay.
It's messy. It's
Okay.
fabulous.
Tell me more.
Well, I'm poly. It's not for everybody. And like I think whatever version of your relationship you want to be in is fabulous. As long as it works for you and the people you're in relationship with. But it requires so much communication, over communicating because we all have examples of what monogamy looks like. We've been watching it since we were little. Like all of our Mickey and Minnie are together, right? Donald and Daisy. Like we know what that looks like. But polyamory, we don't have a lot of representation of that. So those of us who are in these relationships a lot of times are building the blueprint as we're in it. And so that takes a little extra work and can get a little messy. And you have to like understand that you're going to fuck up at times. And like, how do you repair? There's going to be tons of ruptures, but that's also true in monogamy, right? Like there's going to be ruptures. How do you repair? I think it's just easier in monogamy sometimes to brush it under the rug because you can get into your gender roles, which homosexuals can absolutely emulate heteronorms, right? So we kind of get into this like man, woman, binary things, and like we don't talk about and like we don't upset them and da da da. But you have to talk about it, pull it out. And I think polyamory, you're like, if you're gonna actually be successful at this, you do have to talk. You
Can it
do
get
have to
sloppy
bring it out.
though? It can get sloppy.
It can be sloppy, but it's not. But the sloppiness to me is not about polyamory or monogamy, or it's about the person, right? It's not
I
the
love
framework
that.
is beautiful,
Yeah.
but the person might be sloppy. Like if somebody is withholding, lying to you, being like that happens in any version of relationships.
I feel
It's
like I
about
would
the
be
person.
sloppy in a polyamorous
Why
relationship.
would you be sloppy? You're
feel
so
like-
compassionate. And
Oh yeah, for
considerate.
sure. I think I would get kind of like, I get a little like competitive sometimes in terms of
sure.
like so and so funny. I'm like, well, I'm shit.
funnier.
I gotta make them funnier. I gotta be
Yeah.
funnier. Like, or like, okay, there was an article that Elizabeth Gilbert released. She wrote "Eat, Pray, Love." She wrote it years ago.
Yeah.
And she was saying that one of the ways that she would sleep with married men, and that can be the next sloppier
Yeah.
or missing. But she was saying like she sleeps with married men, but the way that she would get them was to be the exact opposite of whatever his wife was. So if his wife hated soccer, she loved soccer. So if his wife didn't make him dinner, she was like suddenly like Chef Boyardee over here.
Yeah.
And so I think that I would turn into like a little bit of an Elizabeth
antagonist?
Gilbert.
Okay.
Not an antagonist,
Okay.
but I think I'd be like, your dada doesn't cook for you? Oh my God. Like, I got
do
you. Yeah.
Crazy.
They fucking suck. Huh? You should break up with them.
Wild.
I think that's my double Scorpio side, though, where I'm like,
That could be jealousy. Jealousy comes up,
but I don't consider myself jealous. I think I just get a little competitive.
competitive. That's fair.
Yeah. Okay.
But those are beautiful things that first of all, jealousy and competitiveness exists in any relationship form, monogamy, non-monogamous. But it's like, it's a beautiful thing to like look at and reflect at. It's like, you're not going to be able to avoid that.
Yeah.
But how can you like dance with it and make it less scary?
Yeah.
It's when we avoid it that it becomes scarier and more toxic, and we become reactive, as opposed to being like, oh, what is this?
Yeah.
It's okay. It's human to be jealous. It's human to be competitive.
Have you seen Eat, Pray, Love, the movie?
Yes.
Sorry, not Eat, Pray, Love. Whoa. The Joy Luck Club.
Yes.
No, that I haven't seen.
There's
What's
a woman who is like married to this man. He has a bunch of wives,
Uh-huh.
and they just compete over who's going to be one of the characters there, who's going to be first wife. And there's like this like battle. They like poison each other's kids. They do all this thing.
Oh,
I would be,
sloppy.
yeah.
So sloppy. Got it. Okay. We'll do one more and then move on to the.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Having a situationship with someone who still shares an apartment with their ex.
Having a situationship with someone who still shares. Well, if it's a situationship, then I think it's messy. It can get sloppy, but it's a situationship. So like, if you like, we understand like rent is high. Like,
Right.
Rent is
Rent
high.
Rent is high.
Like,
Rent is high.
eggs are expensive.
I
Like live with your
actually
ex.
didn't
Why
date
not?
somebody because they still lived with and they still did a lot of ex things together. Where I'm like, what do you mean you guys went to go pick out curtains together? Not that was the
Yeah.
example, but it was still kind of like the lines are kind of blurred for me. Where I'm like, I want to do that together. I want
Yeah.
to like talk about
Yeah.
renovating things,
gotta go.
and so I didn't dip in for too long. Like I just was like,
I mean, that's
good.
fair. But I also think like we live in such an age where we, again, binary, where it's like, we're no longer together. You should be an ex. And I love Duran Bernard was saying, it's like my former partner, or like just like this idea that it's not an ex. Like we're no longer in relationship, but like that's not, you're not mine. It's like a former relationship, and we get to honor whatever it was and watch it evolve into something.
Yeah, but if you were
new.
dating somebody who like lived with a former partner,
Uh-huh.
but they were like, oh, on Thursdays we watch whatever, and then we go do, we like our little ice. Like if they
Cute.
still have a lot of things.
For me, it would be like cute. Like if you're communicating with me about that, then great.
Right,
Because
that's
like
hot.
because there's
Yes.
transparency, right?
Yeah.
Again, honesty versus transparency. Honesty is like I ask you to tell me, but transparent is like you're gonna tell me these things. Hey, by the way, I live with my ex. Sometimes we do X, Y, and Z. That tells me I don't really have anything to worry about. And if I do have something to worry about, please let me know.
Yeah.
Unless like there's like, if your intuition is going off and you're like, that motherfucker they're fucking.
I know.
Then like
something's
that might get
going on.
uncomfortable.
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
otherwise I'm like, if I'm in a relationship with you, I'm going to trust you. Like you have an A in this class until you prove
I
otherwise.
feel that way too when I date people. Like you have an A until you don't.
Yeah,
But the first dot point would be like, you live with who?
sure. I'd be like, let's have, but it's like if you
Separate
if you
beds.
knowingly live with your ex, then like you have to have a conversation with your new partner about what that looks like,
Yeah,
what that
absolutely.
means, and what the dynamics are. Like you're gonna have to tell me a lot more information,
100.
and you should know that you have to tell me information, and then we vibe.
Ready for our next segment?
Oh my god, what's the next segment?
This
The
is hot topics. Hot topics.
Hot takes.
Hot takes.
Hot
I always-
takes.
I always mess it up every episode. Hot takes. It's just you get another word or a phrase, and then what's your hot take on that?
Yeah, so
Okay.
shake it
Oh
up.
my god, shake her up.
Shake it up. Yeah.
She's a hot take. I don't know how to say this word.
Oh, is it chisme?
Wait. Oh, I wish you would be like, try. How would you have
Well,
said
we've
it?
always.
I was a chisme.
Chisme. Okay, cute.
Yeah. What is
Okay,
it?
cool.
Too many
cultured.
times before.
Bilingual over there.
Okay, try it.
I took my Duolingo this morning. Don't worry. Day 421, love. Married for love or money. Okay, controversial.
Oh.
Because I have thoughts. Married for love or money. I mean, first of all, marriage is a business at base. Like the history of it.
Yes.
It's a business. So I want you to marry for love, but also like I'm okay if you marry for money too. Like because sometimes you're like, listen, I gotta make a little move here.
And also
Yeah,
like
yeah.
ask him to buy your friends a house.
literally,
Buy-
literally.
If
Yes,
he
well, how much
really,
money are
if
we
he
talking?
really loves you, he'll buy you a compound
Yeah.
and all of your friends' houses.
And I want the jewelry that I can sell after. I want my allowance.
Yes.
I'm gonna buy something underneath. I'm gonna have myself a little bank account, and I'm a
You want to see
Yes.
this Hemi?
stack up. Yeah,
You want to meet
yeah,
Elizabeth?
yeah.
You want to meet Elizabeth?
Yeah. I mean, I marry for love or money. You can marry for either, but I think that both are valid. You know, I think it's okay to marry for money. I think it's okay to marry for love, as long as you know what you're doing with that money.
I don't think that
about
I
that
would
ahead
be
of
able to
time.
marry for money. I actually had that like an opportunity to get with somebody who was like super like well off.
Yeah.
And I just was like, I just like I don't have the energy to fake the funk. Like if I'm not impressed, I'm not impressed.
Yeah, if you have to fake it, but I feel like if I'm on a trip to Italy, I'll fake it.
The greatest performance of my life. The
Would you-
greatest
Baby, I've been
performance.
born down.
The greatest audition.
The greatest
of my
audition.
life.
Lovely. For first class. Love.
Give me those towels. Give me that warm towel on my face.
I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out.
And then it's like when you're next to him, I'm like gonna put the window up, the little shade up. Like,
I mean,
don't-
I as long as they're an adult person, like don't be in an abusive situation.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
would
no,
suck.
no.
But like also listen, some of these men that be marrying younger, they understand. Like they're not the catch. Like you understand that
Yes.
you know what's
Sprinkle,
happening.
sprinkle.
You know what's up.
Yeah, you want to feel a little whatever,
Yeah.
and they need to feel a little something. So we're in this business partnership together.
Yeah, but what if they were like, it's monogamous though?
For me,
Yeah.
that would not work. For me, that would not work. I know that about me. That would not work.
No
For
first class.
some, it would, but for me, that would not work.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
no.
what? So let's say that. Like, let's say it's marrying for money, but it's monogamous.
It better be a lot of money. Like,
No, yeah,
And I'm gonna have a contract
I
on
would
that,
be like,
too.
so before we get married, here's the bill.
yeah.
Here's the future.
I'm not
bill.
signing no prenup or nothing.
That's
like-
what I mean.
Pay off
Yeah,
my
no.
parents' house first and give them each $10,000
Yeah.
million dollars.
Yeah.
But the thing about the married for money thing that I've continued to learn from watching Housewives is you got to ask questions about where that money is coming from.
Okay,
That's what
I'm
I'm
watching
hearing.
New Jersey
Yeah.
over again.
Okay, yes.
And you can feel Teresa's husband
Absolutely.
getting more and more upset because the baptism that they had for their youngest daughter was like a whole wedding. And he's like, Teresa! He's like, do we really need a Marie Antoinette? Like,
we don't. And we don't.
I'm like, but I kind of like that though.
But see, do we have that kind of money?
That's what I'm saying. Like, if
They
I
had.
want to know where that. If you have a lot of money, I want to know where that money is coming from, and I got
Yeah.
questions.
I will say I did go on a date with this guy once who was older, attractive gentleman.
Yeah.
He is a doctor, but oversees the doctors across like the county. Like,
Oh.
So he's like the doctors of the doctor. I went to his beautiful house in the hills. We made a right onto the Las Feliz Hills. And I had
my
never
God.
been in a house like that. It was like,
Wow.
holy shit. I'm up there. I did go home and I did plan out my entire life. And I was like, I went on my balcony in my apartment and I had like an Evita moment where I was just
Yeah.
looking at my subjects.
Mrs.
Yes,
Dr. Curly.
yes. If you marry for money, you do have to have an exit plan, though.
You know,
what
for
I'm
my
saying?
people, like just like, but then I think he told me that he did date men of color, but he also mentioned that like they all had like drug problems. And so I was like,
Oh,
you
you have
might want somebody who's like not fully there.
present. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
See, I don't like that. No, not
And
marrying
then that
that.
kind of scared me because I was like, you know how sometimes these white gay men want to,
Come on,
yeah.
love, run,
Don't I know?
run. You gotta run.
Me and Liz back there, don't we know?
Elizabeth knows.
Beautiful.
Welcome to the astrology portion of the podcast. Okay, do you know your big three?
Yes, I'm a Taurus, Sun, Pisces, Moon, Sagittarius rising.
Oh my god.
Wow.
She's cute.
Okay, I feel that Pisces. I'm a Pisces
I feel it
rising.
too.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel the Pisces too.
Double Aries, double Scorpio,
Double Scorpio,
Virgo,
double Scorpio.
Sun. Yeah, a lot of but I also feel the Sagittarius because I feel like maybe your Taurus and your Pisces like can keep you kind of like mellow, but the Sagittarius is like, let's go, girl.
Sagittarius got energy.
Yes, like
Yeah.
has
Sag
to be
energy.
the showgirl.
Yeah.
Like, come
Who's the
on, get
polyamorous
up.
one in those three? The Sag.
Probably.
Yeah.
Taurus is too like not lazy, but just like home, tired. Like
And
what?
then the Pisces is like, love.
What about love? Yeah,
I
Pisces
mean-
is emotional.
Pisces moons. Ugh.
We just had a new moon in our sign, didn't we?
Oh my gosh, my mom's a Pisces moon, Sagittarius sun. I'm just always like,
Wow.
do not drown yourself, please.
Yeah.
Like, don't get lost in it because, I mean, Pisces moons are probably the most psychic out of the entire
Yeah,
zodiac.
that's what I
because
mean.
it's just
Wow.
like, how do you feel about that?
It's true.
Are you like, do
Sounds
you pick up
right.
energy and vibes or like
yeah,
how do
yeah.
you
It's getting stronger as I get older. Like
Mm.
just like being able to like feel things, sense things, hear things ahead of time.
Okay, do us. What do you feel?
Oh,
Oh, I'm not. I'm not.
well,
Okay, do me.
They're mostly like navigating your own emotions. Like, how do you not let it override you and navigate? Like, what would you have? Give some advice for my mom, who's a Pisces moon, who always.
Oh, I feel like the key for me is meditation. Like you have to have your own kind of spiritual grounding so that you can get really clear about what's yours and what's not yours. If you just kind of wake up and go into the day, you're gonna absorb everything, and then that is just confusing. So I'm really disciplined about waking up. Like I wake up 2 hours before I have to be anywhere, before I have to like leave the house, and that first hour is just for me to like meditate and chill and like whatever. And then I have like a pretty set with my workouts, which is also more time for me. But it's like without those hours for myself, would be a mess.
Yeah.
What time do you go to bed?
9:30, 10.
Wow.
And then you go to bed actually like
Yeah,
fall asleep
I take my
around
little sleep
9:30.
edible and I'm out
Yeah.
at like 10:30 latest.
Yeah.
And then up at like 5:36.
Yeah.
But yeah, for anyone, honestly, it's like, what is your spirituality? And it doesn't have to be when I say meditation, it doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm in silence. It can be, but I also always say like listening to Whitney Houston songs, meditation, like art, engaging with any kind of art, writing, voice noting, whatever that is. It's just like again, whether it's 1 minute, 5 minutes, an hour, it's like intentional time that you carve for yourself daily. That's a non-negotiable because you will schedule time for everybody and everything else. Even if you have kids, like everyone, so you'll give, but if you never give back to yourself, then you're truly just a shell of yourself.
Yeah.
And what are some signs that you feel like you gravitate towards, or I guess surround yourself with?
I'm mostly surrounded. All my besties are Aries. I have a triple Aries bestie.
I love Aries.
But like all
April
of
or
my
March?
they're April.
Okay.
I think all of them are actually April. One of them might be March.
I
But yeah,
love Aries
I have a
so
bunch of
much.
Aries, and a bunch of Pisces are in my life, and then a couple random
literally
Scorpio.
me. That's me.
It's you.
Also,
I love my
did you-
Pisces.
Did you know that this was gonna happen?
I
today?
did. I felt it. I felt it before I got here.
Sorry,
So-
I know at the beginning you were
No,
flirting
I-
hardcore.
It's
Was that
okay.
flirting?
It
You were.
switched.
I loved it.
Well, I mean, we were talking a lot about their astrology in
Yeah.
We're supposed
the
to be married.
beginning.
Yeah, we are. After
You were
this.
saying
Yeah.
in your chart you attract a lot of
Oh,
Taurus. You
yeah.
were meant to
So
date a
in
Taurus.
my chart,
Yeah.
I'm supposed to marry a Taurus.
Okay.
It's supposed to be like that's my, and so my whole life I always been like, oh my god, it's gonna be a Taurus. But that's kind of the vibe. But I did say earlier that I was like, my only qualm with y'all is when it comes to being wrong. I feel like you guys have a hard time with being wrong.
Sloppy.
Well, let's what do you mean we have a hard time being wrong?
I feel like whenever I talk to a what do you mean?
Yeah, like let's talk about
There
it.
it is. No.
Unpack it. Say
I
more.
want you to notice the change in pitch.
Yeah, I want to get into the conversation.
I feel like when I tell my mom or my sister or my best friend, one of my best friends, like, oh, that was kind of like, I don't think that was the best thing to do. I feel like because earth signs are so, we're very like, we plan things out. We're very meticulous.
Yes.
We're well thought out. We
Yeah.
don't just jump the gun with a lot of things. So when somebody's like, I think that was wrong, it fucks with like a lot of data that has already been saved
Sure.
up. And so I feel like with Tauruses specifically, I could be wrong, so this might not be you,
Oh, look at you backpedaling.
but I feel
Okay.
like there's
Stand
a
on
lot of
business.
moments where they go, oh, I think I could have done that better.
Uh-huh.
Where there'll be like a little moments of like regret because when they're confronted with something, they get kind of like huffy, like I don't know, blah blah blah, like da da da. They're very like
like
stubborn
low
in their
vibrational
ways.
Taurus.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
we'll
But
preface
then there's
that.
like this moment of like, oh shit, I think I could have done better. I think I could have handled that differently. Versus Virgos, toxic Virgos, I think they don't ever have that like how can I say it? Like they're worse, right? I think.
Yeah.
But I think that I have found that with Tauruses, when I'm like, hey, I didn't think that was cool. It's like hard to get that.
So it's like,
Oh, interesting.
do Tauruses handle conflict in a stubborn way? Or
and you might be different because you have the
Yeah.
Pisces and you might have the
Sure. I think that my grandmother was like a Taurus,
Mhm.
and she was rarely wrong. but like I give her credit. Like she was actually, but like if she was, yeah, she's hot. Like don't get into it.
Right.
I like being wrong.
I like being wrong too.
I like
Yeah.
if you like, here's what I'll say. As a Taurus, I have receipts. So if you're gonna come at me and say I'm wrong, you better be willing and ready
Same.
to prove it. And if you prove it, I'm happy to be like, oh, I fucked that
Yes.
up. But don't come with no wishy-washy. I felt no.
Is
Tell me
it
the
hard to
thing.
prove it though with you?
Is it hard to prove it? I don't. Yeah, a little bit.
There you go. You heard it here first. Just put lower third. Soccer Taurus.
Wait, hold on.
Just
Fix it.
one line.
Wait, before y'all put it there. Wait. Delete that. Don't do it yet.
What did it say?
Wait. Erase that. It's not hard because I'm willing for the feedback, but like I feel like I dot my I's and I cross my T's a lot. That it's gonna be. It's rare that I'm wrong.
And that
Lower
concludes the
thirds.
astrology
It's rare that
portion.
I'm wrong.
It's
Rare that I'm wrong.
that's their
But sometimes I am. The rare is
Rarely.
important. Rare. That's important. But sometimes I am.
I feel like I really don't care. I think I'm like a B-type Virgo, so I'm very like, whatever, it's fine. I'm not like I don't have to be right. I don't have to be.
Yeah, pride isn't impacted.
But I feel like I kind of I think one of my toxic traits is that I don't care. Usually, I would say. I'm very like, whatever.
It's your birthday.
What would you say? What would you say?
It's your birthday, my girl.
I'm
my
pretty
girly
chill about
girl.
stuff though, usually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Too
yeah.
chill.
Too chill.
Too chill. That's
Too
what
chill.
I think that's my thing.
I am in our dynamic. I am like very reactive,
Okay.
and Curly is like, "Do we
It is what
really
it
need
is.
to?" I'm like, "Yes, we need to be
Yeah.
upset about this."
But
thing.
that's
Look at
with
this."
every relationship. Like most people
Yeah.
are like, and even when I argue with people, because I'm super like mellow, like sometimes people want that energy back. And
Yes.
I'm like, and I think sometimes people need that energy to feel like I care.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of just like, well, we're gonna make up anyway, so why am I gonna like
Oh wow, we should get married.
Yeah,
With the same
you're
energy.
right. Yeah,
We'd be
we'd
very
never
quiet
argue.
household.
Yeah.
Fine, I'll get married too.
Chill. You can join. Polly.
Polly.
Polly, let's do it.
And that concludes the astrology portion of the podcast.
You be pregnant.
Oh my gosh. Brandon.
Liz gets licked up. She's like, whoa.
She just pops in. That's what I've been needing. Oh, I just exposed what type. Okay, whatever. Whatever.
Your lower thirds.
There it is.
You know what? Fine. Thank you so much for
Yeah,
being
thank you for
here.
hanging
Thank
with
you for
us.
having me.
Is there anything you want to promote or like?
My podcast is Tell Me Something Messy. Comes out every Thursday. Premieres on October 2nd, second season. And my stage show, Ho Church, if you're in New York. I'm doing a stage show called Ho Church, H-E-A-U-X. Runs from October 18th to November 8th.
Oh my
I love that. So when are we going to New York?
Come to New
October
York. 18th to
Okay,
November 8th.
done.
November
We'll be
8th.
there.
We'll be
5
there
weeks.
every single
Please,
show.
every single
Yeah.
show.
Done.
I want that. I
Yeah.
need that.
And where can people find you on social media?
At Brandon Kyle Goodman or BrandonKyleGoodman.com, and that'll take you everywhere.
Brandon Kyle Goodman. You kind of
BKG Love, Brandon Kyle Goodman.
Kyle.
And where can people find you on social media?
You can find me at Maya in the Moment, MAYA in the Moment, anywhere you scroll. What about you, Curly?
You can find me at The Curly V Show on Instagram and TikTok. And Red Note.
Oh, you're
Red
still-
Note?
you
What's
still
Red
post
Note?
on there?
Not really.
It was like when TikTok was about to be deleted.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
and then we all
Like Blue
went, like-
Sky.
It was like a blue sky,
Yes.
but it was.
Does Blue Sky post porn, by the way?
Oh, no.
think so.
Bye.
Make sure to hit that subscribe button to hear more episodes every single week. The Super Secret Bestie Club podcast is a production of Sonoro in partnership with iHeartRadio's My Cultura podcast network.
For more podcasts from iHeart, visit the iHeart Radio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.